Creighton and Louisville, the opening game of the first round on CBS. An 8v9 battle. It's the Cardinals' first NCAA tournament appearance since 2019. Creighton 2-1 all-time against the Cardinals. Both victories coming in the NCAA tournament. Opening tip, there we go. A start of an action-packed day on this Thursday, and Ryan Kalkbrenner gets things started as Creighton takes a lead after the free throw. Comes away a little bloodied up, though. Got hit in the face. Put a little tissue in that thing. Stopped the bleeding, but they would get him back on the court. A couple minutes later, Jeremiah Neal to Kalkbrenner. Then Jason Green recovers the rebound, hands it off to Stephen Ashworth. All of a sudden, it's a 12-point game. Still a 12-point game. Late first half, Neal in transition, kicks it over to Jackson McAndrew. Catch and shoot, 15-point lead. It's all sweet right now for the Blue Jays. Capping off a 12-0 run. Neal to McAndrew. Blue Jays up by 20. Cardinals electing to let the Blue Jays shoot, so they made 8 of their last 9 threes, built up this nice lead, set a school record for most first-half points, 49 in an NCAA tournament game. Then there's Neal again. Remember that name. We'll be bringing that up a few more times. 2 minutes later, lead back to 12. Creighton going the other way. Pat Kelsey getting teed up for giving the ref an earful. Cardinals coach clearly not happy with how things are turning out. There would be water bottles also thrown on the floor. Quick delay. Blue Jays would ultimately put things to bed. 14-point game, and there's that name again, Neal. One-handed flush. Creighton advances to the second round for a 5th straight season as Neal finished with a career-high 29 points, 11 rebounds, and 5 assists. He's the first Creighton player with a 20-10-5 game in NCAA tournament history. Boy, Lexington was supposed to be good vibes for Louisville. They fall to 1-8 when seeded 7 or lower, that lone win coming in 1992. But back to Neal. 25-10-5 in Big East history. It's him and Ray Allen from 1996 as that Huskies team only made it to the round of 32. We'll see if this Creighton team can try to get as far, even farther. However, 0-3 against the 1 seed in the tournament all time if it comes to that.
So Creighton blows away Louisville in Kentucky. Chris Hassel joined by John Henson and Mike O'Donnell. John, a lot of the talk was about how underseeded Louisville was. Maybe the second-place team in the Big East was the team that was underseeded.
I think that's the story. They're second in the Big East. That means a lot, holds a lot of weight. Obviously, the ACC was down this year. I mean, it showed today. I kind of joked in the back, like, it looked like Louisville started the game out thinking, like, hey, this is just a normal ACC matchup. No, this is the Big East that you're playing against. And just from a matchup perspective, you let Kalkbrenner just sit in the paint and patrol. James Scott had 0 points, 2 rebounds. So when you're not making one of his best players work hard and just lets him just kind of do his thing, that just opened up the game for everybody else.
Seemed like the offense was wide open, especially in that first half for Creighton, as they really took a big lead in this game via the 3-point shot, Mike.
Yeah, they had a kill shot in the first half, and a kill shot is a 10-0 run. That's like an inside basketball term. But if you give Creighton 1 kill shot in the first half, you're not coming back from that. They had 11 threes for the game. Louisville's defensive game plan, John, you and I were talking like it was like a kind of strange. They're going to double and not let Kalkbrenner get anything, but you're leaving all the shooters on the perimeter wide open, and that first half game plan was not what needed to happen if you were Louisville, because Creighton was lights out in the first half. Once they find rhythm from 3, that opens up drives, that opens up Kalkbrenner. Everything opens up offensively when Creighton's making threes, and they were also sharing the ball at a really high level. 17 assists on 32 made field goals. And when Creighton can get rhythm passing on the perimeter, they can run anything they want. And then you're not just worried about the perimeter. You shade out for the 3, then you're worried about Kalkbrenner. Chris, are we going to get Ryan Kalkbrenner versus Janai Broome in the second half? Are you kidding me?
Man, what would that be like, John?
That is going to be fun. I think that they're going to drag him out on the perimeter and make him play some defense. So we'll see what happens with Kalkbrenner. And we talked about it with Kalkbrenner in a drop. I don't know if that's a good idea against Auburn.
Probably not.
Probably not. So they might have to change something up there.
We'll have a couple days to preview that matchup, assuming Auburn is able to take care of business in their 1 versus 16 game. But how about Jemiah Neal? I mean, when you do something at Creighton that even Doug McDermott never did in the postseason, which was a 20-point, 10-rebound, 5-assist game, and he went way above that, 29, 11, and 5. That is saying something, John.
He got whatever he wanted. Initially, he started going at Rain Smith. Unfortunately, he was injured and was taken out the game, but that just got the engine rolling, and he was feeling it, pull-up jumpers, mid-range threes. He was diming and rebounding. He had a game of a lifetime, which this is the time where you want to do that. It's 6 games to the top. They're 1 down.
When Creighton found a way to hunt Rain Smith when he was on the defensive end, they were really trying to get Neal, right? So much attention to Kalkbrenner. We talk about Stephen Ashworth is one of the best scoring point guards in the country. Doesn't get talked about enough. And then Neal steps up, and he was the focal point offensively for them. If they could attack Rain Smith, it changed the continuity. It changed the way that Louisville was having to guard, and they just found ways to manufacture points. I mean, Neal's been awesome stepping up in Pop Isaac's absence, him being hurt. I think with Pop Isaacs, this team could be a top 10, top 12 team in the country.
Yeah, this was a team that was expected to compete for a Big East championship, but kind of got left behind by St. John's, but showing that even without Pop Isaacs, this could be a team that could make a run once again with a 5th straight first-round victory, 5 consecutive seasons for Greg McDermott, the head coach of the Creighton Blue Jays. March Madness Live is your place to watch every men's tournament game live. No matter the network, the game is free and live for you.